Hey, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I'm Pastor Joe Fox. It is a rare rainy day here in the Ozarks. Excuse me. We need it. Out there, we just laid out some mulch for our larger, it's getting bigger all the time, community back to Eden Garden. And then we have some more mulch laid out here, which was a bean patch, trying to put nitrogen in the soil. You can see the little solar setup. I brought all the components in. That's a dead battery. I need to build a shed for it to hold it. And so yeah, it's kind of wet out here, so I'm not a good enough, that's mess. I had a bunch of boards on there for the deck covered with those tarps, and yeah, they're laying there because it's a construction site. Let's see, over here, the rain is coming off the roof, and I have it diverted right now. I'm trying to wash off the roof, and once I feel that the roof is washed off enough, that pipe's going to go back down into here, and then we'll continue filling up our tote. We use about, what do you think, 8 gallons a day probably average for baths. Really not that much. We pump our drinking water. Generator's been going because you saw the video probably of us doing food storage. And so I thought that Sister Kate, say hi, Sister Kate.
Hi.
Sister Kate, what have you been doing today? And it's rainy day.
Working on the avocado. We have a guest coming, and so cleaning it out, wiping stuff off, straightening things up, supplying things.
A VIP guest.
VIP, very.
We'll probably shoot a video of that later. And so while we were there, we found this old first aid kit. My wife and I built this first aid kit a long time ago, and you can see that it's in a toolbox. And before we open it, because we really don't know what's in it, but I know we built this before we knew a whole lot about first aid. It says first aid, so you know what it is when it's on your shelf. And I think can you spin around? There's one end that says first aid too. I saw that. Nope, must be the other end. So no matter which way you stick it on a shelf, you know what it is. The only thing I've done to it is I brushed it off because it had a lot of dust on it.
It was down at the avocado because we were doing construction down there. We were cutting things and nailing things up, and so we kept this down in case of accidents, which there were none. Praise God.
All right, so let's see what we got in here, and then maybe YouTube, you can think about it yourself. It's an old one.
It needs to be cleaned really bad. All right, so first off, there's gloves. Always good in an emergency to use gloves to protect yourself from liquids flying around. Then there's gauze.
What kind of gauze? You have to put it right here, sweetie. This is where I have
3-inch by 126 foot,
okay.
5-yard stretch gauze.
Clean gauze is good. You can use it to wrap bandages and stuff.
This is ammonia inhalant solution. This is to wake people up who've passed out.
Here, pull one of those out. Let's see if they still work. This is an ancient kit. Let me see. I'll do it. I'll test myself.
It's pretty. There's only 2 or 3 of these things left. 6. Okay.
How do I do? I'll just grab one. So you just. Oh yeah, yeah, they work. Let's go.
No, thank you. I'm good. I smell that when I clean up.
Oh yeah, they work. All right, good. Don't put that there. I gotta throw that away later. All right.
This has got a lot of stuff in it. It's got triangular bandage.
Yeah, we don't. I just want to do this kind of quickly. So this is tape right here.
First
this is
aid
more
dressing,
tape. More tape. What's that?
Water purification, band-aids, bacitracin,
It's like Neosporin.
Eye drops, alcohol preps, lots of band-aids. Then there's triamcinolone tablets.
What are they for?
I'm not sure. What is triamcinolone? Analgesic, antihistamine. It's for head congestion, cold. Then sore throat.
So we probably just went through a closet and threw all this stuff in there.
Maybe more gauze, more cling wrap.
No, this is a space blanket, isn't it? Yep, that's a space blanket.
More bandages, moleskin for blisters, mask and gloves again for protecting yourself when you're. This is a first aid kit for your eye. This is Mylanta, antacid, anti-gas, anti-diarrheal too, and then another like clean bandage or something. So it's mainly bandages.
Yeah.
And a little bit of cold meds.
So take care of big owies and little colds. So, hey, it's just a toolbox. You can buy them at Walmart, China Mart, whatever. You can put one together. You can stack it, store stuff in there that you know how to use, that you know is valuable. Any ideas you have for this kit that you think, well, it doesn't have this or it does have... Does that have scissors in it?
I did not see scissors.
I thought I did. Hold on. Let me see. You can tell this is a totally unscripted video. Yeah, all right, right there. We got scissors. Whatever you think that you need in a first aid kit, you can put it in the comments if you want, but you know what's really more important? Build yourself a first aid kit. Build a couple of them, throw them around. I have a first aid kit floating around here somewhere in an old ammo can that I built even before I built this one that we used to keep in a four-wheel drive vehicle we had. When you need it, you're going to need it. And since this is a construction site, we like to keep them around. Although, praise the Father, we haven't had to use it yet. So, to steal a line, what's in your first aid kit? All right, I'll see you out there.